Hi everyone, and welcome to Into Enlightenment with me, Nancy. And I will be doing your reading today from the week of the 8th through the 15th of May. It is a collaborative reading for all 12 zodiac signs. There are a couple signs that are going to stick out more than others, so if that is resonating with you, then that will be for you. I am just now smudging a little for you too. And for my space, I do have some announcements. What's going on around here locally. There's an event coming up May 20th called From Recovery Without Walls. It's called Be Still and Chill. You can go to the events page on Facebook and look that up. It's May 20th, 6 to 8 p.m. And there's going to be meditation, Reiki, crystal bowl healings, and there's this great band which is really about them, and they're called Elevado, and you can look them up. I've posted a bunch of things on my Facebook, Into Enlightenment, and Instagram, and they're great. And yeah, so that's what's going on, and if you can go, I wouldn't miss it out. If you're looking for donating to a good cause, because all the proceeds go to recovery. I have to look down Without Walls, and it's also part of the Falmouth Road Race, so that's really good. And say you want to donate, but you want to get something out of it as well, I would say go for it, because you will walk away feeling recharged and renewed and awakened and enlightened. So let's go ahead with your read. Okay, so I pulled cards already. I just want to light my incense. I don't have all three in one. That's frankincense and myrrh and sandalwood, because I love them all together. They smell so good. Makes my space smell good. Okay, I believe we are ready to rumble. We saged. So I pulled the tarot, and the first card I pulled, this is underlying, and it's the Two of Pentacles. And the card after that was the Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. That's underlying. I also pulled the Panther with the Animal Spirit, Wild and Unknown, and then we have an Oracle under that. And then for your physical, I pulled the Five of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. Those are all change. And then the Peacock under the Wild, and then an Oracle. For your mental, I pulled the Knight of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the Star card. Amazing. Oh, and the Elk. And then a Oracle card. Under spirituality, I pulled the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Ten of Wands, and then under that is the Bat. And then, oh, and before I got to all these cards just kept dropping out, so I just took the first one. So as like an overall theme was the King of Swords, and then I pulled the Owl, and then the Bee, and then we have an Oracle for that as well. So why don't I start with the first card that jumped out, which was the King of Swords. So I thought, oh, okay. So what the King of Swords tells me is that he is mastered his mental. mind, and he's been transformed. There's butterflies up here. And he is respected because he's mastered. Now, he always has the double-edged sword. And so the double-edged sword can be, knows both sides of how the mind works and speaks before he says, and most of the time as a king. He's mastered that. And so that's this over theme of it all. So that's really very positive, and that also it tells me it's a lot going on in the mind. And then I did get the owl, which is, you know, wisdom and faith and spirituality, and they coincide well with the King of Swords because the wise old owl has mastered life itself as well. And it's just so funny how everything just kind of flows together. And then we got the bee, the busy bee, and air signs. So, you know, and the air signs, these are all air signs. And they all have to do with the heart as well, the heart and the mind coming into alignment. And the busy bee, you know, to me that just says don't rush a lot. Do what the next right thing for you to do don't think before you speak, and that you're going to be busy. You're going to be wanted. You're going to be looked at and trusted for all your hard work. So that's the overlying theme. I won't go into the oracle till the end. So the underlying theme, so we had the overall. So the underlying theme is the first card I pulled is the Two of Pentacles. And that tells me that really work on balancing your inner and outer life. This means financially, you know, don't make it all about that. You're learning how to balance it. You've got the figure 8. You don't look stressed out. You look like, okay, let me see how to figure that out, you know, in the mind. Remember, it's the swords, which is the mind, right? But also with the mind, and the air sign is the heart. So this is the underlying theme. And after that, I pulled the Ace of Wands, right? And this is saying the same thing. This is a new beginning. This is saying you've worked hard, you've done your due diligence. I'm giving you, it's like God right there, the hand of God giving you a new start. And with this new start, you've got to learn to balance so you don't get too high, so you don't get too low, you know, with your emotions. But this is about finances. And, you know, finances affect our family life, our work life, our health. So find a good balance. And after this was the Nine of Wands. And he looks beat up, right? He's been through the ringer. And what's happened is with this new wand, he's like got... What happened with him, with the balance, is he's no longer has that fight. It's almost like he's surrendering to win. He's battled all that inner stuff. And that is why you've been given a gift. There's like just one more thing left. And that's over here in the spirituality. It's over in the spirituality. Here in the physical, mental, and spiritual is the 10, right? So guess what? You do get to it. And you will find it. And this is saying you've surrendered to win. You're not sure what you surrendered yet. But to me, it's you've decided to let go and let God over here under spirituality. So I'm rushing a little bit. Under this is the Panther. And the Panther comes in like the last fight. This is like the Tower. This is like you survived the Tower. And because you survived the Tower and you're no longer going to fight anymore with everything and everyone, you've earned it. You've stood by your belief system and you've won in a good way, meaning like you didn't hurt anybody else yet. And as you've figured that out, you've surrendered, right, to win. And you know you're going to win because here it is. Over under spiritual, you're going to let go and let God. So the Panther was that last thing that took you to that 9. And you know, that's what the theme is this week. Now under physical, we pulled the 5 of Swords, right? All mental. The Queen of Pentacles, money, right? Mental and money. And then again, the 5 of Wands. So the number 5, first of all, is about change. So underlying this, it's all about getting to your letting go and letting God and spirituality. The 5 of Swords, look at him. He's won. And he's got the double-edged sword. He won. But what happened was he really lost. It's one of those things, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? So he stood by his belief system and he didn't let anybody else in. And he's alone now because he's done it. He's won, but he's lost some people on his road. And you know, sometimes I'm hearing it's a good thing because under this particular read, he had to fight for his belief system, or she had to fight for the belief system. Sometimes we can say too many things too harshly and we hurt the ones we love. And that can be underlying it. But the next card I pulled was the Queen of Pentacles. Right after that. So the Queen of Pentacles tells me, well, that she's grounded. She's secure. She's mastered. Earthly things that happen here like this. She's mastered it. She's about love and she's about getting her wealth without hurting other people and sticking to her belief system. So that tells me this had to happen because the Queen of Pentacles is abundant, so abundant, and the heart is so full. And by standing to her belief system, she looks happy and contented, right? And this is the health. So you want to make sure your mind is healthy. You know, you don't want to beat yourself up for wondering if you did the right thing. And then we have the 5 of Wands. And this is about change. And this is a positive 5 of Wands. So the reason why I believe it's about beliefs is because look at, they're fighting. But they're fighting for a belief. Or he's fighting for a belief. And nobody really gets hurt here. Everything is about growth and change in the belief system. So it just confirms this to me, and it's making a change, changing the old way of doing things. And this is the reward from it. And this was the change that happened because Wands a movement too. And then under that, we pulled the peacock, right? And so the peacock to me is a lot to do with this beautiful Queen of Pentacles. She has her heart open. She is, when people look at her, they think she's got it all, right? She's grounded in this earth. She's also, if you're looking, she's, what is she? Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Everything to do with the earth. And our environment, our work life, our spiritual life, people we meet. And then the peacock happens to, oh my God, I look down here and is there not a spider just laying in the middle of nowhere and watching me do this video? So hello, spider. So the peacock is, everybody thinks the peacock is so beautiful from the outside, but the only way the peacock is beautiful from the outside is because it comes from within. And standing to your belief system and fighting for what you believe, but without hurting anyone while you're doing it. So that's a confirmation, and it's just beautiful. And there he goes. He's going a little lower. So then we get to, I don't know where he is. There he's going to the ground. Oh, it was kind of creepy. So then we get to the mental, and of course we get the Knight of Swords, because it's all about our mental stability, right? And the double-edged sword. And then I pulled the Six of Wands, right? So we go from the Five of Wands to the Six of Wands, and then the Star, which is Aquarius. So this Five of Swords would be more like, almost like charges in to save the day, but doesn't think about hurting anyone, or his heart is in the right place. He's there to protect and save, but he can be impulsive and not think before he says. And so you kind of want to think before you speak this week. And then right after that is the Six of Wands, and look at, so he's glorified on this horse. People are respecting him. He's noticing that by doing what he believed without hurting anyone, and good intentions, right? Going in to save the day and not hurting anyone, and being noticed in the public eye, and for good deeds and good works. He's been rewarded for that. He's moved up from the fives. And then under that is the Star, which is all about harmony, peace, protection, of course, protection. Follow your dream, wish upon your star. It's saying, like, if you stay balanced in the mind, you will have all of this. And it's just beautiful. It's, you know, it's spirituality, it's kindness, it's loving, it's feeding your soul with the waters, picking up and giving to the earth and nourishing. There's a tree in the back with a beautiful bird, a dove, and all this star. So, and it's in Aquarius is an air sign, and it has to do with the wands. So, I mean, with the sword. So I just love how they all work together, and it confirms for me. And then we have that wonderful elk, which is earth sign. And, you know, it's just like the Queen of Pentacles, this elk, only it's the male. So I would say this is like the King of Pentacles. And so we have the female and the male. And if anybody wants to be in a relationship, you want a king of pentacles, because they're grounded, they're loving, they're open, they're smart, intelligent. Look at, whoop, goodness, it jumped right out. Sorry. They're intuitive to the, to the degree. It's a really great sign. And so our spiritual, the first card I pulled was, I've got ashes on them. The first card I pulled was the Seven of Swords. And this guy or gal is like under the spirituality. It's like thinking you've got away with something, like God didn't see you really be a jerk, and you're looking back too. So like thinking you got away with something, and maybe you did. Maybe you did. Maybe. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because don't fool yourself. Don't deceive yourself, because this is what that means under the spirituality. And then after that, I pulled, so meaning like, dig deep to make sure you have crossed your T's and dotted your I's. And the Queen of Cups, she is the most loving, most gentlest, most giant hug from your grandma or your mom. And everything is going to be all right. Everything is going to be all right. And her signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And she's mastered emotions. She knows she can't lie to herself eventually. She's forgiven herself for this, by the way. That's what I'm getting the message. And then we got the Ten of Wands, which is you're done. You're done. You have come to a full completion. And you've carried the load. You're not lying to yourself anymore. No one's stealing your peace of mind. That's what that also is, like a resentment or something. No one's stealing your peace of mind. It's like God's got you. Your higher power, whatever you believe, the spirit, the universe, the Queen of Cups has got you. It's like, don't worry. And you no longer have to carry the load, because I got you. Let go. Let go. Drop the rock. Let go. Let God. Because 10 is completion. 10 is completion. And we did it. I mean, we just went through all that. And then underlying that is the bat. And the bat is the symbol of completion. It's done. You've done it. You've walked through the dark. You've carried the load. You're not hiding anymore. You have got the big hug. It's done. Let it go. Don't carry it anymore. You're done. Mentally, you have completed that full cycle. And that's this week after having that huge eclipse. So we may still have some effects with that. Go back and listen again if you need to. But so the overlying, I got the intuition. I do need my glasses for that. The intuition is trust your intuition. It has been guiding you to the answers that you seek, right? And that's the overall. And then underneath, right, we were just talking about letting go. Release anything that keeps you from your path of authenticity, right? You fought for your belief systems, you've done it. You find your balance. You've been given a gift. Release. And then under here with all your change and your fives and the Queen of Pentacles, stillness. Reflect on the moment with love, kindness, and compassion, because 5s are all about change, right? And then our mental health channel. You are a channel through which healing energy reaches the world, right? We are. And then under the spiritual, dreams. The universe speaks to you through your dreams. So if you're having any dreams, write them down and go and look them up and see if it resonates with you on how you feel. If no one has told you they love you today, I love you. You have a blessed day.